Okay, so we're back again with another tutorial here. This time I'm going to quickly show you how to run through the Runescape Easter 2016 event. So you got to hop on over to Berthorpe to start it off, and you're going to talk to the Easter Bunny here. I'm going to skip through all of the story, so if that's what you want, you're going to have to go play it yourself and figure out the story there. So once you've talked to the Easter Bunny, you're going to get given a golden ticket in your inventory here, and all you got to do is click on that and it will teleport you straight on through to the chocolate factory. If you are familiar at all with the Willy Wonka story, then you should know exactly how this is going to go. Basically, you're here with a bunch of people. In the first room, you're going to want to talk to Wendy, and that will convince her to stand and look in the hole, very similar to the first child in Willy Wonka. Once she's there, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to turn around, and there's two levers on the wall over here. You're going to run over and you're going to pull on both of those levers. Once you've pulled on them, they're going to release jugs of milk, and these will knock her into her hole, and she will effectively be removed from the chocolate factory. Then you move over, once you've knocked her into the hole, into the second room. The second room is the puzzle room. You're going to want to talk to the janitor here, and you're going to convince him to go stand on the platform ready to be covered in chocolate. A chocolate statue created of him. Once you've done that, you need to turn around and interact with the machine here. It is essentially a puzzle slider. So this puzzle took me a while. The video you're going to see is super sped up of it. If you need any help, there's a good link on the wiki about how to do it for a puzzle box. It's very similar. You just got to sort of do it row by row until you get down to those last two rows, and then start doing it column by column. And don't mess up like me and get the wrong piece in the wrong place. But once you've finished up that puzzle, close it, and the machine will activate, and it will, instead of turning a chocolate statue of the guy, it will cover him in chocolate. Moving to the next room, it's all topsy-turvy. Basically, you got to walk onto those portals, pick up the chocolate here first, and every time you walk into a portal, you'll flip into another room, and if there is a lever in that room, flick it. If there's not, just leave back through the portal. Continue that going along. You've got to do it a few times. You'll realize you're done when you hover over your chocolate bar, and the letters and brackets afterwards is UIF. Basically, you'll get a new one every single time. If you take the wrong one, you'll start losing letters. But as long as you hit every lever in every room and you start coming back, you'll be good. Once you've done all of that, you should go back to the main room, which is where the clown is. Use your chocolate bar on the clown, and he'll go om nom nom, and he'll end up being shrunk and removed from the factory. So we'll move into the next room. This room, you've got two bottles here. This is the hardest of the lot in terms of trying to understand, so I'll try to explain it clearly, hopefully with some graphics on the screen. So what you want to do is you want to fill up your small container, and then transfer the liquid from that small container into the large container. Fill up the small container again, transfer the liquid from that small container into the big container again. Fill up the small container for a third time from the main machine here, and then transfer it from the small container to the large container again. What that effectively means is that you will have 0.5 liters in your small container, and you'll have a full 4 liter big container. Now that you've got that, you can head over here and you can pour your 0.5 liter small container into the hourglass looking figures on the wall. So now that you've filled that one up, what you're going to try and do is you're going to try and get 1 liter. So start exactly where you are here and transfer the liquid from your big container into your small container, which should fill that up. And then what you want to do is you want to empty the small container. So you've got an empty container and a large container. Transfer again from the large container into the small container, and then now there should be 1 liter left in your large container, which you can put in the hourglass. Once you've filled up that one, what you're going to want to do is just empty the small container, start clean slate, 2 empty bottles, and then you want to head over to the big machine, fill up your large container. Once you've got your large container full, you want to transfer the liquid from the large container down into the small container. And then you'll want to empty that small container. And then you will transfer the liquid again from the big container into the little container, and then empty the little container again. Then with your last liter in the large container, transfer that over to the small container, and you're good. And then what you want to do is you want to grab from the machine again and fill up your big container. So now you should have 1 liter in the small, 4 liter in the big, and then transfer from the big container to the little container one last time. That'll transfer the last 0.5 liter, effectively leaving you with 3.5 in your large container, which you can use on the final hourglass here to fill that up. Once you've done that, the last person on the tour with you will come over, he'll drink it, and he will be removed from the chocolate factory. For the final puzzle here, you've got a maze. What you got to do is you've got to navigate the maze without being seen by any of these characters, and you want to grab chocolate bars to throw at them, and once you've done that, they will be removed. Your first chocolate bar is here on the right hand side. You've just got to wait for this one person to walk past you and down the corridor. Once they've done that, merely clicking on the cupboard will run you, or the shelf will run you over there, and you'll pick up the chocolate bar. Once you have the chocolate bar, all you have to do is turn around and click on the correct person, and you want to click on Wendy first. Once you've done that, Wendy will be removed from the maze, and you'll start back where you just were. And what you'll be doing is you'll be looking for the second piece of chocolate, which is on the far left end here, sort of down a little bit from where we were previously, right there. And you want to search that shelf, but what you got to do is you got to wait for the person to complete his cycle and walk past it. Once you've done that, you can just click on the shelf again, you'll run all the way over, and you'll grab the chocolate you need, and you've got to do this part a little bit quick, so you can quickly throw it at him before he turns around and catches you. Then he will be removed from the maze. And once you've done that, you now need to go back in, get the third piece of chocolate. You get in this part now. So you got to get the cleaner's piece of chocolate this time. It's up here in the north corner. This one is a fairly easy grab while he's not looking. He has a predictable path if you just need to sit around and wait. Throw the chocolate on him. It's done. There's only one person left in the maze now, which is our clown. So skip through all the dialogue here, and the clown's chocolate is in the top right, up on that shelf there. He is the hardest. He will just circle around those shelves essentially, so you've got to time it so you can run to the shelf behind him and throw the chocolate on him before he loops back around to see you. So I suggest getting up as close as you can, and as soon as he hits that left hand side, start the sprint for it, and as soon as you got the chocolate, just throw it at him. Boom, there you go. That's the maze complete. So once he's been removed from the maze, that's everybody cleared, and you can just talk to our big bad for this quest here essentially. Skip through all this dialogue, everybody will be happy, they'll celebrate, yay, and you'll get the quest complete dialogue here with your rewards, including a everlasting gobstopper. So this everlasting gobstopper, essentially you can chew on it or lick it as many times as you want, and it will continue to be there. But every 50, you'll change colour. So here, that's me changing to red. The rest of this video is just me licking the gobstopper and circulating through all of the colours. So if you don't want to see that, cheers for watching this far, and I hope to see you next time in the next guide. And we're just coming up on the final colour now. Thanks for sticking around. If you stuck around all the way to the end, there's your last colour, bright purple. And that's all we got for this guide, and I'll see you next time in the next guide.